Welcome back to another episode of Echo Chamber Podcast, the only podcast where two comedians read the Wall Street Journal because one of us gets it for free from work. And we are going to give you a rundown of the stories we are going to cover today on the podcast. Trent,
yes, exactly, Joe.
what do we got?
Well, in our first story, there's a company called, its initials are DEI, and people are getting confused.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. Yep, well, their days are numbered.
Yeah.
A comedian saves a model railroad club.
Oh.
So who says comedians only make the world a worse place? Sometimes they save model trains.
Okay, well, I'm waiting to weigh in on that one. And, well, Joe, forget humanoid robots. There's a new robot in town.
Oh, good.
It's a turtle. It's shaped like a turtle.
It's the turtle. It'll come break into our house one night in the middle of the night and kill us all. In our final story, Trent, young conservatives. There's more than we think, and now they're coming out of their hiding shell.
Oh, great.
And they're dating.
Oh, great.
And they're here in New York City.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
All of that and
I can't
more.
wait. Yes, more.
All of that and more on today's Echo Chamber Pod.
I mean, this tea does not look, does not look right.
It's green tea. So
It's green tea. Yeah, but it still looks like water right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it hasn't steeped.
Yeah, it hasn't steeped.
They
We're at
say
a bit of
it's
a time. We're at a bit of a time crunch.
Not enough time for the tea to steep.
Not enough time for the tea to steep. Also, they don't really make. I wish they would make tea for men.
Yeah.
You remember Dr. Pepper tin?
Yeah, for men.
For men.
They make a lot of things for men. Me and Chris, friend of the show, in the bathroom right now, we're talking about that. Because Coke Zero is basically just Diet Coke for men.
Yeah.
Chris has always said that. He's right over there.
Yes.
But then they also got like soap for men. And,
Soap for men, yes.
I mean,
yes.
the list goes on. There's all kinds of different things.
Right, but there's no tea for men.
They got
sometimes I want a hot cup of tea, but I don't want to read a fucking poem.
Yeah, I don't want to go to a slam poetry night to get it.
I want to go to slam poetry night. I don't want to read a fuck about gardens, a poem about gardens on the little tab, the little paper tab. If I want to,
I don't want to have a Zen garden to have my tea and so.
No, I want to. They should make tea for men with a little white little tab, and it should be like an outline of a curvy lady.
Yeah, like a hot fuckable lady.
Yeah, like on the truckers.
Yeah, because I'm like a straight guy that absolutely plows hot chicks.
Yeah, and I want to feel straight.
They should make tea for alphas.
Yeah, exactly.
Alpha tea. Yeah, I'm tired of drinking beta tea.
It's beta bullshit.
Fucking beta.
Yeah, I want to feel like a man when I drink my hot tea.
They invented wet wipes for men. Dude wipes. They put dude in front of it.
Yeah, you used to have some.
Oh, yeah, damn right I did. Damn straight.
Damn right. Yeah.
Yeah. What am I going to use? Girl wipes for my asshole? For my filthy, buttery asshole? I don't think so. But yeah, we're having tea today on the podcast. We're having some beta tea.
It's tea time.
It's tea time on the pod. What else you got? What happened to you this week? Your Pacers are up, Trent.
The Pacers are up.
They're up.
They're up.
And they're after.
They're looking pretty good. Yep.
Yeah, and they're really breaking the heart of everyone in this city.
And I love it. I
You
love
love
every second.
Yep.
And they threw those Knicks, those dirty Knicks fans. They threw trash at that guy.
That's probably when it was over.
Yeah.
The moment you start throwing trash at somebody, it's like, yeah, that's there's little things that tell you your team is going to lose in the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
I've come to believe.
Yeah.
Like when I flew home for the Super Bowl, I was playing chess.com on my phone.
Yeah.
And the guy next to me on the plane goes, "Oh, you also play chess?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "What's your rank?"
Uh-huh.
And I go, "We're going to lose this. We're going to lose. We're just going to lose.
Yeah.
This can't be the energy that we're flying back. There's not a chance in hell.
Yeah.
This can't be the energy we're bringing."
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes you just know.
Yeah,
So.
and they flew that guy out. They flew him out. He was there at the fourth game.
God, it was grim. There were so many omens. I saw black cats and ladders and all kinds of things when I was going back for that one.
That's great. So the Pacers are up. I went to the Mets Dodgers game on Saturday.
Now, why didn't you want to go to the Knicks-Pacers game here in New York? You could go tonight.
Well, because I didn't spend I didn't feel like spending my life savings to go.
They were only $500 for the nosebleeds the other day, which is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
For the chance to see my team lose,
or the chance to see them go win game 3.
Yeah.
Basketball does suck in that way because you're like, nice, we won that one.
Right, and then there's always a chance they'll blow it. They'll fucking blow it.
They'll absolutely fucking blow it.
And,
you never know.
Yeah, that's why the
leading man could get hurt.
Yeah, the leading man. That's what they call him. Tyrese Halliburton, the leading man.
The leading man. Yeah, number 1 on the call sheet. It's the leading man.
My
of the
favorite
Pacers.
leading man.
Yeah.
But that's why I never go and I never get my hopes up because it could all go.
It could all get dashed, and that's a great moral, really, to take away from this podcast is never to get your hopes up for anything.
Yes, never to get your hopes up.
Everything will go away in the end. Now, Trent,
yes.
What's our first story today?
Well, this is a guy who got his hopes up. He named his company, started a business. He started a business. He goes, he put all his money, his effort into this.
He got a loan from his father.
Yes, and he named it Design Engineering Inc.
And you thought, what could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? That seems like sort of an innocuous name.
Well, that's a boring name.
And now he's getting death threats. He's getting hate mail. He's got
DEI, the company.
He needs security every time he leaves.
What do people think it is? They think that's where they invent DEI?
It's where
it's a company.
That's where they invented treating black people with respect.
They're just cranking out like trans black ladies.
Yeah. Well, Joe, this is our first story. This is from the Wall Street Journal.
On the Wall Street Journal. Okay.
When DEI's in your name, it's a drag. Firms become unwitting players in culture wars. Every time he hears about a U.S. company distancing itself from DEI, David Markley winces.
DEI. Why the fuck did I name my company that?
Markley runs a car... Stupid. Markley runs a car parts manufacturing firm in Ohio named Design Engineering Inc. Yes, he sighs. That's DEI.
Can he change it? How hard is it to change the name?
Well, you got all that legal paperwork.
Well, that's why you get LegalZoom.com. A proud sponsor of Echo Chamber.
Proud sponsor of Echo Chamber. LegalZoom.com.
LegalZoom.
And by the way, are you tired of going to the post office? Why don't you go to check out Stamps.com while you're at it?
We're going to read ads we don't have until they start paying us.
Well, quote, you're reading these headlines, DEI is wrong, terrified of the aftermath of DEI, said Markley. It's disheartening when somebody's like bashing your baby. Which is not really his baby, it's just the same initials.
It's crazy that they got away with just renaming black people DEI and then saying they hate it.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100%
it's so
right.
crazy.
Yeah.
And there's been no pushback also.
No.
Because they go, all this DEI bullshit, no one on the left says anything.
No.
There's literally no one.
Sit on their fucking hands.
Sit on their hands and they go, we'll wait till next year.
Well, maybe, what if we made a long speech? That'll change things.
Yeah, what if we filibustered on the floor?
Remember when he did that? He talked for fucking a day and a half.
Put on fucking adult diapers.
And everybody was on fucking Blue Sky going, oh my God, Cory Booker, what a hero. And then the next day, people forgot. Didn't do anything.
No, didn't do anything.
Now he's shilling a book.
Yeah, now he's got merch.
If he didn't talk long enough.
Yeah, now he's a t-shirt salesman.
History and pop culture are riddled with examples of the misfortune of sharing a name with a political or societal lightning rod. And then they give 2 examples of just things that comedy writers made up. So they talk about Seinfeld. There's an episode where Elaine's boyfriend had a same name as a serial killer, and then Office Space, the guy is named Michael Bolton. So
there's also the Shane Gillis, the Bob Isis used cars.
So it's all fictional examples.
Why would they just name? All right.
The phenomenon routinely crops up in the business world too, after some consumers mistakenly linked Corona beer to the deadly coronavirus.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
That was when sweeping
a lot of smart people
the
out
globe,
there.
Yes.
I ain't drinking that shit.
And also, Delta Airlines distanced itself from the Delta variant.
Oh, good for them.
So
they've never had any negative PR since.
The 2024 presidential election put a spotlight on the diversity, equity, and inclusion policies that had emerged in recent years as a staple for corporate human resources departments. Since his return to the White House, President Trump has made eradicating DEI and other so-called woke policies a focus. Trump's targets have extended well beyond diversity initiatives, so companies with DEI in their names aren't the only ones caught in the anti-woke web. Just ask the folks at the former Hart Research Institute for Gulf of Mexico Studies. The think tank dropped Gulf of Mexico from its name after Trump proclaimed in an executive order that the inlet was henceforth the Gulf of America.
Yeah. Also, does he have the authority to do that? That sounds crazy.
I don't know. I don't know anymore, Joe.
I don't know what he can do and can't do.
It seems beyond
he wants, and everybody sits on their hands.
It should be probably beyond his powers to just rename something like that, but who knows? Anyway, they're a company that has no backbone. They dropped Gulf of Mexico from their name.
Stand for nothing.
Yeah, stand for nothing.
We'll fall for
Bullshit Research Institute. So, nominal ties to Trump's friends can hurt too. Some students and alumni from Elon University in North Carolina have lamented on social media that they avoid wearing school gear that has just Elon emblazoned on it. Yeah, afraid that others will mistake them as
they much prefer to have the mascot on the shirt. The mighty duck.
Yes, the mighty Elon duck. That's what I'd like to hear somebody say around Elon. Elon duck.
Yeah, it's quack.
Yeah.
It goes to Elon.
The Tesla chief executive's role in the Trump administration has drawn criticism from some Americans. I didn't know that. Markley tries to remind himself that the backlash isn't really against his business. Nevertheless, it stings, he says.
Ouch.
This isn't even the first time the company's name has caused confusion. Markley says his business, which sells heat and sound control equipment primarily to the hot rod racing industry.
Heat and sound control equipment.
To the hot rod racing industry.
Oh, to the hot rod industry.
Yeah. Used to field phone calls from people asking for Dale Earnhardt Inc., the former race team. We finally got over that hump, said Markley. Then the new DEI came. It's just like, oh God, not again.
It's like a curse. It's a cursed name.
Not again. No.
And they're getting death threats from the people who are trying to buy their products.
Yeah. These people, the hot rod industry, they probably would love this company, but they
hate DEI.
They hate DEI.
Well, this guy fucked up. He picked a fucking rough name.
Up big time, Joe.
Big time. Look at him. Here's a picture of him. He's like, what do I do?
He's shrugging. So anyway, some of the nation's largest companies, including Walmart and BlackRock,
I love BlackRock.
We love BlackRock.
I have BlackRock Premium.
BlackRock.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
There's no ads.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Raced in the opening months of the new administration to demonstrate they were dismantling many of the DEI policies.
Rip them down.
They had wholeheartedly endorsed a few years earlier. Others are leaving fraught naming choices to their users. MapQuest, which is a company I had no idea still existed,
yeah, that's crazy.
Once the go-to source for driving instructions before navigation systems became popular, recently introduced a tool on its website that allows visitors to specify how they'd like the Gulf to appear on a map.
America.
So you can choose. There's a tab.
Why stop there? Why not choose what every state and city you want it to be called?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You have New York called Big Gay City.
Yeah, but perhaps you could choose to rename the country the Confederate States of America, if you so please.
You can build the world to be just the way you want it to be. Well, Trent, we have a lot of negative stories, but sometimes in this podcast, we like to bring in a nice feel-good piece.
Oh, yes.
And the last episode ended on a bit of a dour, sort of a sour, bit of a dour, sour note. Yes. So this is a real feel-good story.
Oh, great.
This is from the Wall Street Journal.
I need a feel-good story.
Comedian saves model railroad club with purchase of home.
Okay.
A model railroad club is back on track after the television comedian and his wife bought the suburban home where it is headquartered and invited the train buffs to stay. What comedian do you ask? James Murray, a star of Impractical Jokers, my favorite show, and his wife, Melissa Murray, brought the Rocky Hill, New Jersey home on the Pacific Southern Railway operates its trains on a vast layout of miniature cities, mountains, and railroad yards in the basement. So a guy from Impractical Jokers bought a house that has like 500 model trains in it.
It came with it.
But he also
the previous
saved,
owners were like, we don't want to deal with it.
well, they
died.
There's not a lot of money in it.
There's not a lot of money in model railroad.
But there's a lot of money you got to put into it.
Yes, it's very expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, and take it from me, the guys who know how to fix these, they're dying out, Trent.
Yeah.
They're dying out. We had a train at Legoland.
Yeah.
And wouldn't run. 5 years wouldn't run. I had to get in the 85-year-old guy, bring him in.
Really?
Took a look at it. He couldn't solve it.
He couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it. He was too old to get underneath the fucking the thing.
And you didn't want to get on. You wanted to help him out.
I went under there, and he couldn't explain to me what I was supposed to be looking for.
Oh, damn.
And it's like, I said the red wire or the green wire? I was sweating bullets.
Yeah. It's like a film projectionist. There's no film projectionist.
Exactly. So, but it's saved now because of
from Murr.
From Impractical
True
Jokers.
TVs and Practical Jokers.
Yeah, Murr saved the train.
Famous
club.
comedian Murr.
famous comedian.
One of the most famous comedians there is.
Famous funny man Murr.
Famous funny man. Yes.
Yes.
And one of our America's favorite funny man. Murr. We love Murr.
Oh, right after Gold and Frankincense, my favorite. He gave the gift of myrrh to the train club. Well, what is he going to do with all of these trains?
Now, I actually, not to interrupt, Joe.
Go ahead, Trent.
I kind of like the model. Now, I would never do it. I don't have the space or the money, really.
Yeah, and I would like to have sex again.
And I would like to have sex again as well. Yes, that's another factor.
That's another big fact. Big
But
fact.
if I ever cut my cock off, perhaps I would get into model trains.
Well, I'll take a look at
Because I
Murr.
do think it's kind of interesting. I do think it's kind of cool. I like the diorama aspect.
I like the dioramas as well.
Yes, the trees, the little trees.
I like the trees,
men.
the rivers, perhaps a
Yes.
boutique shop.
Yes.
And it is very fun to have the trains, and they go around, and when they spurt out a little steam too, that's incredibly
That's pretty
fun.
cool.
They make the
That's pretty
sound.
cool, yes.
Now, nothing though is more upsetting than to see one of these dioramas with the train that does not run.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Suddenly it becomes fun and interesting to immediately pissing you off.
Yes.
Why is
Right.
all of this here?
Right, exactly.
That's not running. And we had one of those at Legoland for 4 years.
Yeah.
Well, what is he going to do with all these model trains, you might wonder?
I hope he doesn't pull some impractical joke.
Well, he just might.
Oh, God.
Murr hopes to attract a younger audience to the club, the model train club, that is, and tap into the Impractical Jokers fan base by offering virtual memberships. Impractical Jokers, by the way, is a long-running hidden camera show in which a group of comedians and lifelong friends compete to embarrass each other with dares.
Yes, and one of them was accused of nasty acts.
Was he? Well, I believe it.
Recently.
I believe it. Club members are excited about Murr.
Oh, good. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's well, how could he not be excited about Murr?
Yeah, they said it couldn't have turned out better as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we love Murr. The kids, they love Murr. He's their favorite Impractical Joker.
He's their favorite Impractical Joker. He's my favorite. They love trains and they love Murr, goddammit. Well, Ann Pate, the seller of the house, she moved to Austin, Texas to be close to her son and his family. Quote,
Her son does stand up and he says retard.
yeah. Her son is an aspiring comedian himself who often tells couples in the front row that they're gay and retarded. But she said that she's extremely happy with that somebody saved the club. I think
Yeah.
she's happy that somebody bought the fucking house with a bunch of bullshit inside of it.
Murr, what a
Murr.
hero.
Well,
where
Murr-
is that from? Where is it?
It's in New Jersey. It's a house
Oh.
in New Jersey.
Okay.
It's only a
Hops.
train ride away.
That's exactly right.
Choo choo.
But a real train, that is.
That's right, Trent. Take us away. What do we got next?
Well, Joe, forget humanoids. There's a new turtle. There's a new robot in town. It's a turtle. So, strap in.
Good. Because regular turtles were just not getting it
They
done.
just weren't cool enough.
They just
really.
weren't getting it done the way
Yeah.
we need them to get
No.
it done. So
Can't-
now we have robot turtles.
Yes, and that's cool. that's cool. And
It's
we
cool, it's
like
important,
it,
and it's a
that's
good
cool.
use of money and time.
And that's cool, and we like it. And Cambridge, this is Dateline, Cambridge, Mass. Massachusetts. Everyone is obsessed with humanoid robots right now. I know I am. Here's what I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with humanoid robots. That's probably number one.
Mm-hmm.
and then Murr's new model train.
Murr's new model train.
Set
I love humanoid robots. I love that we have those now, and I love that the AIs are so good, and I just can't wait for them to put them together and then see what happens next.
Yes. So everyone's obsessed, apparently, according to this article, with humanoid robots. But the director of MIT's Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory thinks tomorrow's intelligent physical machines could be something radically different. Think soft and squishy robots, says Daniela Roos. Picture flexible
Who's
robots.
Daniela Roos?
Well, hold on, I'll tell you. Hold on. It doesn't explain it in this sentence. Think soft and squishy robots, says Daniela Roos. Picture flexible robots or edible ones.
Edible robots?
Edible robots.
I mean, I'm really not seeing that.
You're not picturing it, Joe?
No, I'm not. I'm afraid I'm not picturing edible robots.
Well, her research group built a robot out of sausage casing and a small magnet that could theoretically be eaten and perform small-scale, non-invasive surgeries, Roos said.
What?
Yes.
So you can eat a robot and then it can go do
sausage.
surgeries?
You can eat a sausage-encased robot, and perhaps it could check out your spleen.
Oh, my God. We are on the brink of the apocalypse. I can't wait till in 3 years I crack into my sausages and they go in and fucking kill me from the inside. The AI fucking turtle comes in.
Yeah, actually China hacked into my sausage.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. Any robot can be hacked. Let's put it inside of our fucking stomachs.
Yeah. It's like fucking alien. It fucking shoots out.
What was wrong with regular sausage? What did it ever do wrong?
What was wrong with regular sausage and a fucking guy with 5 fingers doing a surgery on you? Another project is...
Who tied one on last night.
Yeah, he tied one on. Yeah. He got in an argument with his wife.
He caught his wife cheating on him.
And that's who I want.
That's who I want, too.
Another project is a robotic sea turtle named Crush, designed to help monitor sea life, which uses silicone flippers. Because the sea life, they need monitoring. We need to know what they're up to down there. Just let them fucking be.
Just would you let them be here? Here's an idea. Stop dumping oil into their fucking habitat.
No, we need.
Then we won't have to monitor them every fucking 5 minutes.
No.
Okay, they're good. Let's add another pipeline.
We need to.
Okay, they're dying. A little bit less pipeline.
No, we need a fucking metal sea turtle robot down there to watch them.
Yeah, it's just see what's going on down there.
Yeah, so just check it out. Keep an eye on him. Roos was a pioneer of this approach known as soft robotics. Now, creative new uses of artificial intelligence are pushing our work to a new level. Quote, I really want to broaden our view of what a robot is, Roos said. Stupid cunt. There's a growing amount of interest in robotics, which is frequently held up as the next frontier of world-changing technology by luminaries such as NVIDIA chief executive Jensen Huang and Tesla's Elon Musk, pig and an asshole. Much of the interest currently centers around humanoids, or robots that have 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head.
Humanoids.
Russ's group is working on these too, but she said for robots to fulfill their full promise, they need to go beyond the human form.
Oh, good.
They need to fulfill their full promise.
Why are we racing for our own extinction?
Yeah, they're idiots. They're fucking idiots. There's no other explanation that they're fucking evil idiots. Roos today works from the Computer Science and AI Lab, where she is appointed director in 2012. The lab houses over 1,800 students, faculty, researchers, and staff. But research isn't limited to the lab. On a Sunday, Thursday, the lifeguard at the MIT pool is nonchalant as students Emily Salugaran and V.B. Kai lower their robotic sea turtle into the water. Crush, much like his namesake from Finding Nemo, so they couldn't even think of an original name, was designed to swim in the ocean, helping monitor coral reefs and sea life with his camera eyes. But he isn't quite there yet.
Yeah, not quite there yet.
So he's just not quite there yet.
Yeah, he's not quite there yet, but the sausage that can go do invasive surgery, that's ready to go. So. For
one, finding the right balance of hard and soft material is difficult. Too soft and Crush could get carried away by the current. Too hard and he might damage the reefs. It is also tough to keep his non-waterproof electric electronic components from getting waterlogged, said Kai. That is especially true when it comes to large, expensive robots that, when deployed, could risk damaging themselves or surrounding environments. So the whole thing, they're trying to monitor coral reefs, and if anything goes wrong at all, it'll crash into it and damage it, and it'll become irreparable. So there's pros and cons.
There's pros and cons.
There's a lot of pros and cons. That's why they're developing something known as bubble robots, the small spheres, which
that's why we need more plastic in the ocean.
Can include sensing equipment tucked inside a 3D printed shell.
Let's put bubble wrap in the ocean.
Which can be made for less than $200, he said. It is a critical advantage when it comes to exploring tight or delicate environments like caves or shipwrecks. The spheres use LiDAR, the same technology that helps autonomous vehicles detect their surroundings, and that, as we've known, has not gone poorly at all.
No, that works. That definitely works.
And 4 thrusters help it push itself around the water. Quote, that's a self-driving car in the water, Roos said of the project. In the future, there may be better shapes for this than just a sphere, she added. We have actually built an eel also, and we're experimenting.
Oh, good.
We have that to look forward to, an eel. They're working on it. They're working on an eel.
They're working on an eel.
Yes.
So turtle's not enough.
Turtle's not enough.
Yeah, we're going to have a bubble wrap deal. Go to the ocean to look at coral to see guess what? It's dying. So there's no more.
It's dying, and the robot that actually it doesn't help with the stopping the dying part. We just know that it's dying.
Yeah, there it is.
It's actually probably the robot to power. It's probably causing
it's
what it's sort of exacerbating the issue, but
it is adding a little bit.
Yes,
but it's also keeping an eye.
Yeah, at least we know. At least we can see it now. Well, and that's what truly matters.
I wish them the best of luck. I wish the coral reefs the best of luck.
Yes.
Now, is that...
This is just a follow-up. It's a follow-up. Okay. It's a quick follow-up. I can actually do it now. And it's this is from Julie Jargon.
Oh, I think we should save that for last. I think that sounds exciting.
Okay. It's really it's not anything. Really.
Yeah, well, I can see what it is. I'm really looking forward to that. Well, this is from the Personal Journal, Trent. Young conservatives
my favorite section,
embrace the moment.
Good.
They're embracing the big moment.
They need a win.
They need a win. They got one in November, but damn it, they need another one. In a damp Thursday evening in early May, under the red lights of a bar in Manhattan's East Village, around 50 young men and women knocked back drinks and shouted over loud music. Black tables, not people, displayed white hats reading "Make America Hot Again" and pink stickers that said, "Where Reaganomics meets retinol."
Oh, my God.
The Village People's YMCA, a song that for some reason Republicans like, even though it's the worst song I've ever heard.
And it's about
being gay.
It's being gay.
Usher's DJ Got Us Falling in Love blasted over the speakers. The scene was familiar, a room full of young people hoping to find a date, or maybe just a new friend. But this wasn't any random mixer. Everyone present was conservative, or at the very least receptive to the idea of partnering up with a conservative. Quote, I always say it's harder to come out as conservative in New York City than to come out as gay, said Raquel De Bono, a gay guy. A gay guy. That might be changing after November's wild election.
Wild.
Which turned much of America.
Yeah, it was absolutely wild. Who could have predicted?
You could have predicted that Trump would win again.
Yes, to one of the most unlikable people I've ever laid eyes on.
A lot of 20s and 30-something-year-olds in the city are eating them up. And they're saying, YMCA.
Yes.
Well, many of these
Make America hot again.
Apparently they're highly educated, upwardly mobile.
Bullshit.
They're definitely upwardly mobile. I think they should stop saying highly educated just because you got into an expensive school because your parents are rich.
Right.
Highly educated, upwardly mobile young people embody a new kind of conservative, one who is less focused on sticking to party lines and more interested in swinging the culture to the right.
Dick wet.
Getting your dick wet on some Republican schnaz. De Bono, I don't know what the first name is. That's lost in translation. Someone named De Bono, a Canadian conservative influencer.
Oh, good.
Obviously, an awesome person, and the former chief marketing officer of Date Right Stuff.
Date Right.
It's like a Republican dating site. Likes to refer to herself as.
I'm sure there's a lot of date rape that happens on there too.
Yeah, she used to be the CEO of Date Rape Stuff, but she got picked up. She did such a great job with that. They hired her here. Not every conservative woman wants to be in a prairie dress by 25 on a farm, DeBono said. Some of us love cities and do well in careers, but it doesn't make people less conservative. So, yeah, they just like to live here and kind of stamp out 100 years of history and artists and people of all walks of life that lived here and made it a special place. But that's all gone. Take everything you do about that and put that.
They'd like to turn it into a strip mall.
They'd like to, they'd like to play the Village People's YMCA and wear polos.
Yeah.
And that's what the East Village has always been about. Well, some refer to the phenomenon of closet conservatives, describing the post-election impulse to come out as conservative. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of coming out these guys can do.
Yeah.
Still, many event attendees who spoke with the Wall Street Journal declined to speak on record, saying they feared the social repercussions of being associated with conservatism. Several said they sometimes used coded language when sussing out new acquaintance political beliefs, as I call it, dog whistling. They like to dog whistle.
Yeah, they like to hint at it.
So on dating apps, apparently moderate is become a dog whistle for conservative.
Is that right?
So take whatever you thought you knew about moderate, throw that out the window. That means you're far right. And if you say you're liberal, that means you're moderate, and so on.
Yes, and so on and so forth.
Attempts to serve a conservative clientele in the dating app market include the app Date Right Stuff, formerly known as Date Rape Stuff.
I can't think of. I mean, that's got to be a scary place.
Yeah, I know. It was co-founded by former Trump staffers, and they're two men.
Jeez.
Yeah. So let's see.
How many women do you think are on there? Actually,
they talk about it. Not enough.
Yeah, not enough.
They got a lot of guys. Got a lot of guys in the queue. They can't let them all in right now. Yeah, they were talking about that. It's about 80% men. But the women, I mean, my God, they're a hot commodity. Trent.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I mean, it is as competitive gets.
I bet.
Yeah.
And Coulter.
A hot piece of ass.
If I've ever seen one.
This is Paula Scanlon. She's one of the ladies at the party, a former University of Pennsylvania swimmer and prominent advocate against transgender athletes participating in women's sports, stood at the bar with Deborah Leah, a conservative influencer, joking that they naturally repel liberal men after publicly expressing their views. But these days, like a lot of young singles, they're hoping to meet someone through friends, and they don't actually want politics to dominate the romantic connection. Quote, "That's work for me," Leah said, of having to explain her views on dates. Taking rights away from trans people, that's my job. We're on a date.
Yeah.
What happened to romance? That's just my day job. Yes, I want them to be rounded up.
Right. So
put in the concentration
I don't want
camp.
to talk about that. I don't want to talk about what shows you're watching.
Yeah, what shows you're watching?
I want to talk about, are you watching Yellowstone?
Last of Us.
The Last of Us?
By
the way, have you, not to get sidetracked here, Joe, but The Last of Us, have you been watching?
I watched up to a certain point, and then it became
rails.
kind of a emotional roller coaster, and so I pressed pause for a while.
Yeah, well, it's kind of gone off the rails.
Has it really?
Yeah.
Well, I stopped after they fucking shot the Pedro Pascal in that.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Doesn't matter. I wasn't being serious.
I was like, well, I'm not in it for the fucking autistic girl.
No, and they killed him off, and the episode after that, like, okay, well,
I saw the one after that.
Maybe they can do it. Maybe they can pull this off.
Yeah,
but now it's
no spoilers.
It sucks cock. It sucks.
Oh, they fucked it all up.
It's all fucked up, and she just plays a guitar now. It's all
it started being guitar. It was like a lot of guitar.
It's all guitar.
It's all guitar.
The show's guitar.
What?
It's all guitar.
They take a compelling drama, fucking the first refreshing zombie apocalypse story, and they turned it into a fucking a 19-year-old lesbian playing acoustic.
Yeah, it's fucking. I feel it's like fucking 1985. I'm watching MTV. It's all guitar.
It's all guitar. The whole goddamn show.
The whole show's
acoustic.
Guitar. The whole show's guitar now.
It's on MTV Unplugged.
Yeah. Where's fucking Kurt Cobain?
You know, I heard that they want to add it to they want to do a third season.
Yeah.
I think they could have wrapped up the story in the second season, and they go, "We got to make another season out of this. What can we do to stretch this out?"
Yeah, and some guys
And someone's guys.
Yeah. Some fucking.
What about guitar?
The gaffer had a fucking acoustic to kill time during a setup.
Yeah.
And they go, hey, give us that.
Hey,
Give us that.
give us that. Here, so let's play.
Play it. That'll be about a 15-minute scene that adds nothing.
Play it. Sing every word, every chord. Do not skimp the bridge. Do not skimp the bridge.
She broke out into a whole fucking concert. I was like, what the fuck is this? So the whole show's guitar now, and it sucks.
The whole show's guitar, and everyone's conservative now.
Everyone's conservative. We live in absolute hell. Anyway, here's a follow-up to a story we did last week, how women, they don't get along. they don't get along, and they can't plan. And they're 50 years old. They never figured it out, how to get along, and they can't plan
a trip. They
can't plan a trip in a group chat.
No.
And anyway, this is a follow-up from Julie Jargon. This is the personal journal. Apparently, it's not just women that can't plan a trip in the group chat. Men have weighed in. So,
what do we do without Julie Jargon?
Yeah, when I chronicled the failed 50th birthday trip 6 women tried to plan in a group chat gone wild, you all had thoughts.
You all had thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah. You think she saw the pod?
I think so. I heard from many people who found the situation all too relatable, and yes, a few who wondered why the piece was even in the Wall Street Journal.
She talking about us?
I think so.
I think she probably got back to. I mean, they probably have things that flag their names and stuff.
Yeah. Dozens of women share their own stories of texting drama. Even more men chimed in, saying they too face challenges organizing guys' trips due to the unwieldy nature of the group chat. It's not just a girl thing, wrote Clark Spencer of Ridgeland, Missouri.
A guy who used to have testicles.
Can't even guess how many trip aborts I've lived through. The more you have in the group, the worse it gets. But on the bright side,
remember when men were men?
Yeah,
it's
becoming a really distant memory.
How did our dads go out with their buddies and go hunting and fishing without the text group chat? What do you think they did? How did they possibly pull it off?
I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around it.
I can't wrap my head around it. It's almost like one guy made a fucking plan and said, "Be there or be square."
Yeah, or get lost, hit the bricks. Trip
aborts.
They say trip aborts. Chris, our producer, said,
"I'm down, dude.
I'm pro trip. I'm pro trip life."
If a plan has been made for more than 2 weeks, you can't trip abort.
I agree. I think there should be a 2-week threshold.
Yes.
What do you got? Anything else from this one, or is that basically it?
Well, there's another quote here. Herding cats with a smattering of drama. Exhausting, wrote Eric Toledo of Albuquerque.
Toledo from Albuquerque.
Toledo from Albuquerque. There's a twist.
It's like that scene in Forrest Gump.
Yeah. He's been organizing trips with his high school buddies for decades. Quote, I felt every part of your article. So then,
wow,
there's a bunch of men that wrote in. She publishes all those.
Did she say anything about why people were asking her why it was in the Wall Street Journal?
She didn't say that. She didn't get
to that.
Apparently, she didn't have time to reflect.
Yeah. So she just wrote the same article again.
She wrote the same article, but from a men's perspective. And we need that.
My question stands. Why is it in the paper? Don't understand.
Yes.
Well, Trent, lastly for the podcast, we have a visit from our friends at Pepper and Salt.
Yes.
Now, we haven't had a lot of Pepper and Salts lately because they've kind of been on.
They've been good.
But we decided last time that we're going to be fair to them always.
Yes.
Always give them a slot in the podcast.
Yes.
So this one, definitely not the most confounding one, but it falls a little flat for me. All right. So it's a dog in an office.
Yes.
On a computer, sitting in a chair.
All right.
And then there's a cat talking on the ground.
Yes.
And the cat says, "Feeling anthropomorphic today?" Yeah, because he's
working.
He's like working like a human would. So
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we understand it. Sure.
Understand it. Yeah.
Now you know what this feels like, Joe. It feels like somebody had a deadline, For a cartoon, they go, "Fuck, I gotta do pepper salt."
It seems like a lot of them are like that.
That's true. I got no ideas. That's a lot of them, yes. But what I think this guy did, or perhaps it's a lady, we don't want to be sexist.
We don't want to disparage. No one
Yes.
signs them.
Women
I don't know why. No one would want credit for this.
Women can also be bad comedy writers. We know that. But anyway, it feels like somebody, they went through the dictionary. They go, I need a word.
Anthropomorphic.
Okay. Oh, dog.
Dogs at
dog working at a computer.
At a cubicle.
Turn it into the editor.
Take it. Put it to print. Put it to print.
Run it by Julie Jargon. She
Run
gets
it. Yeah. Tell Julie Jargon to fucking shove it in. Well, that's from Pepper and Salt. Not quite a knee slapper, but not a head scratcher either.
It's not terrible. I understand it.
Yeah, there's somebody who might really get a kick out of that.
Yeah, there's an audience for it.
Dog cartoons. It's a solid go-to.
Yes, I always prefer Desert Island.
Oh, yeah. Same.
Anyway,
well, yeah, that about wraps it up with that. So that's been the podcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, review,
all
that shit. Watch my special.
It's on. This will come out. It's on the 800-Pound Gorilla website now, but June 10th. It's on YouTube.
YouTube.
Keep the Change. My first stand-up special.
Keep the
Check it
Change.
out.
I was there. It's
Trent
great.
was there. Both shows.
Both shows. It was great. That's it. That's the show. As always, this is Trent Mabry signing out.
And this is Joe Nunnink signing off.
Bye-bye.